Hi all, we are here today to introduce our concept FOREFIN, which was introduced in Hack to the Future at Random. Let me start with the problem statement. Financial institutions' risk assessment is key to handle commercial lending business. Its strength and efficiency are key to prevent lending from loss. Over the past few years, the impact of climate change related disasters have impacted the global economy in several ways. Risk assessment for commercial lending institutions should also factor in these climate change induced shift in various sectors. Banks cannot afford to ignore this global issue. The impact of climate change will prompt substantial structural adjustment to the global economy. Several sectors are expected to experience significant disruption while others are likely to benefit. Such fundamental changes will inevitably impact the balance sheet and the operations of the bank, leading to both risk and opportunities. The bankruptcy of the major Californian utility company, PG&E, dubbed the first climate change bankruptcy by the Wall Street Journal, is a prime example. As a solution to this, we came up with an idea for FOREFIN. FOREFIN incorporates the financial risk from climate change into existing financial risk management practice. FOREFIN identifies, measures, monitors, manages, and reports the trend to these risks. Relationship officer or an analyst can utilize the borrower relationship with the regional disaster alert data. We have effectively done a market validation. Based on these results, we came up to know that the solution can be effectively rolled out along with the CreditQuest Financial Analyzer. This will also increase the new customer base for agricultural and commodity lenders too. Now let's take a look at the FOREFIN's demo. So this is a dashboard that we have created. The graph at the top shows the industrial financial level ratio, which is compared with the existing climate disaster data. Towards the bottom of the page, you will see that there is a disaster alert feed, which shows the disaster affected areas based on these regions. Again, on the right hand side of the feed, you can find the existing entities who are affected. So based on these alerts, the credit analyst or the relationship manager can contact the entities to understand how they are impacted. So the value-added feature here is that we are trying to predict the trend of an existing business financial ratios with the available disaster feed. Here we capture the entity-related data using the three FFDC lending APIs. That is the party, the credit, and the financial ratios. The business level information, including the loan request, is listed out using the above three APIs. Now we can investigate a sample data from this list. Let's consider a business called the DBS Farm Machinery. It's an agriculture industry based in the Illinois region. So based on the past financial statements, we came to know that the financial ratios of the DBS farm is really good. In the same year, we could also find that there was a natural disaster which occurred in the year 2014. So during that time, the performance of the DBS farm shows a small decline in the graph. In short, we have the business information and a trained data set where the industry business performance was being captured. From the lender's perspective, based on these data, they can provide them customized products to their client, which helps him better manage his business. Now moving on to the architecture, let's see how it works. We have captured the entity-related information from the Fusion Fabric, and the financial ratio was consumer from the lending sector. We also consume an API from the FEMA, which is a US Federal Emergency Management Agency, which has the disaster data we require. So we then combine both the financial data and the disaster data to form the NPM trend versus the climate graph. This data of both the entity performance and the disaster data is then fed into the FOREFIN AI engine, which already has a trained data set, which in turn generate the trend prediction. Now moving on to the next part of the slide, let's take a look at the value proposition of this application. FOREFIN will increase the underwriting efficiency because we are analyzing the financial risk using the climatic disaster data. We also help formalize a customized loan product based on this, which will in turn improve the customer-borrower relationship too. It will also add up to our put customer values first value because the customer will receive the right kind of feature that will suit him better. Also, the lender will be more comfortable analyzing the risks. The target market in an existing commercial lenders in the NACM market, which can be rolled out to the existing financial end users, especially in the agriculture sector. A new client base could also be formed from regions where agriculture and commodity lending is more strong. For example, we can consider the agricultural lending customers globally, where they will get more power via the climatic trend prediction. Coming to the future roadmap, we would like to explore more ways in which we can give more powers to the credit analyst when it comes to the climatic risk prediction. Currently, we have only considered one ratio for a detailed comparison, so in future we can consider more ratios and pricing factor related to each industry. Thus, a credit analyst can check how a sector would do in the near future. Another key thing to look at is that we are looking into the integration with the financial spread and the FFDC. It will also give us more precise solution within the FOREFIN results. In the future, we also need to train the AI engine with more data in order to get more refined results. In addition to this, we are also formulating a framework with Finastra, which can push more climatic conversations too. It's called the Green Fin. This will include the Green Fit badge, which is given to the companies which follows the framework and become more carbon neutral. As a summary, FOREFIN captures the data regarding the climatic disasters and the risk that can arise in the near future influenced by these disasters. This is then used to empower the financial institutions to build more efficient loan products and minimize the risks to an extent. That's all. Thank you.